Welcome back to the most professional StarCraft 2, where I take a borderline uncomfortable amount of excitement in introducing to you, in my opinion, the most entertaining player in the world. The final boss. It's Dark. But, opposite him, becoming something of a nemesis for Dark lately, the rank 1 Terran in the world, the Frenchman from Team Liquid. It's Clem. A best of 3 TVZ. Clem has kind of taken the standard from Maru and is running. He's stimming, he's stutter-stepping with it all the way into the forefront of TVZ and, well, every Terran matchup, where Dark still continues to circumvent the meta, to burrow underneath it, to awkwardly segue into weird strategies and begs for likes and subscribes. And Jimmy, what are we at? 1,209 likes on this video, on this cast, on this experience. I'll cast another series. And I'll probably do it anyways, I don't know what else I would do with my life. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you've had a good day so far. And hopefully it's about to get a little bit better. I mean, come on, it's Dark versus Clem. Okay, Clem versus Cyril gives us the most stressful, intense, top-tier games. Dark versus Clem is more like going down to the bar afterwards. Sure, they're both going to raise it, but someone's going to be left on the ground as well. These two have much more, is scrappy the right word? I feel like scrappy is played out. We can't use like, saying scrappy just sounds like you're being borderline insulting. Scrappy is the caster term for saying sloppy play, like what Hero does with his warp prisms. Sorry, Hero. Rainer's my new favorite proto. 4 Reapers, and he's still adding more, by the way. Brenda bounce over to the side, another one, 2 hops this time. Reapers sliding back in towards the main. Oh, loses 1, but more. But wait, going for the queen, but not quite enough. We'll see. Zergling speed 6 seconds out. 5, 4, 3. I'm sure Clem is aware, and he's right on the edge of the creep here. Oh, doesn't get the queen. Going for the queen, but gonna lose a couple extra Reapers. Good grenade. Whoa, dodges back into the creep. Oh my god, he dodges underneath the grenade. And he gets out with Reapers, at least for now. The Lings are not gonna make it so easy. They haven't yet started healing. Whoa, okay, yeah, Dark is... Those Reapers overstayed their welcome. And, well, Midwestern goodbye is not going to help you out here. That is certainly not the ideal follow-up. Yes, he might have assassinated 2 queens, but 7 Reapers. And didn't get any drones, only 13 Lings, and now the Lings are knocking, chewing on his door. At least will be in a moment. Clem, maybe a bit ambitious. After so many matches up against Cyril. You don't expect the sheer amount. Like, Dark is willing to just smash the Reapers. Alright, he will sacrifice his own economy to do so. Of course, he didn't have to pause that drone production for long, because once you kill the Reapers, you can pump out another dozen or so almost instantaneously. So now Clem is forced, bottled up in his base. He's got 3 racks, 3rd command center's on the way, but Dark is pretty comfortably taking his 3rd. He didn't get much creep spread because his queens were dead, which does not help with the creep spread situation. But he will have quite a time before Clem comes out with his starport at all and is able to put any real pressure out on the map. Yeah, Dark, well, has he started mining gas again? Yeah, he's got about 200. Are we going to see the double Evo, or are we going to see the lair first? I think the lair first. Baneling speed? You see, why do I guess these things? I could have just put them both out there so I looked smart enough that I know the options, but also objective, because I didn't pick one. But instead, no, double Evo. Overlord comes in, has a bead on the timing of the starport. Medevacs be coming across the map in a minute or less. Just about. And there is no Baneling nest for Dark. He's at 48 drones, but he's actually a bit supplied, like a bit of a sloppy move there. And by the way, Clem continued building a whole bunch of Hellions. The grenade of arguable value. Yeah, I'm not sure these grenades are helping here. Grenades don't discriminate as to who they're hitting. Well, oh my god. Okay. Shut up, Clem. I don't think... That's enough of that. Well, now the Lings are going to be able to come across the map and deny the third base, almost certainly. 1-1 has started. Does Clem even have engineering base? He doesn't. This is a hectic start to the game. Both sides with plenty of units and almost no upgrades. Dark just now getting his lair. He still has 30 Lings on the field. But those are Stim Marines. They don't need anything else but the medevacs in order to be an existential threat to essentially infinite numbers of Zerglings. Dark taking a 5th base, just in case that 4th base, you know, gets picked off later. Or, and a macro hatch in the main. He's not stingy with hatch. I love that. A lot of players, I think a lot of players could learn from this. Like, Dark understands he's not going to have perfect injects. Alright, he only has 5 queens here. And a Ling Bane style is quite heavy on the larva, and that's certainly an understatement. So, just get a few more hatcheries. Alright, they're not that expensive. They're 2 queens. Plus the drone, well... the real value is there. I definitely think it's worth it as you go into the mid-game. 60-something oh no, double targets the queen with the mines. Manual targeting mode enabled. Well, it's really just right-clicking with both mines, but still manual targeting mode enabled. More Widow Mines at the back, but the 3rd base has nothing there to defend it. Splitting some of the Lings off. Doesn't want to risk them all. And in fact, he doesn't want to risk any. He's actually going to go for the surround here. 1-1 is about to complete, but most of the Lings are dead half a second before the upgrade's complete. So an anti-timing from Dark. Sacrificing far too many Zerglings before he actually engages the Marines. And doesn't get really any SC. He's killed 1 SCV, which is technically more than nothing. Not much, but definitely could have done a little better. Ooh, Widowmine. Armory is not done yet. Working on it, though. Widowmine drop, keeping him busy at the back, and Clem is now taking a 20 supply lead. Dark not dealing with these mines. Shot goes off. That's going to be 5. Looking for more. 7. Dark clearly looking the other direction, or just doesn't care. Probably should care a little bit. Dark is the kind of person, if those drones looked at him the wrong way, he just let the Widow Mines kill him. But not the ideal for long-term... Oh, Widow Mine taken out. I think he manually detonated there. Did he have detection? Maybe from the Spore? Otherwise? Convenient timing. Hydra's in the main. So it will be Hydra Ling Bane here. Out of Dark, which I think is a bit of a tone switch. Ooh, Widow Mines. Oh my god! Everyone dying. Both sides obliterated by the mines. As detection is required, but 9 SCVs died. It looks like some Banelings rolled in. And that army just hit by the splash damage as well. Mine drop into the main. Oh no! Well, he gets the medevac. The 4th base goes down. Dark does have an alternative, but that limits his options significantly here. Now Clem can really force the issue. He's got 2-2 on the way, but Dark's going to have it a full minute and a half quicker. That's quite a significant advantage. The Baneling's getting a little too close. Social distancing is not something they believe in. Now, medevacs on the left side. That's a lot of potential damage, but the Widow Mines being used against him. And the rest being taken out before they can fire off. Clem, not really finding the cost efficiency here. Dark doing a good enough job getting a false around. Medevac targeted down. 1 medevac gets out, but that's thinned out from the 3 from earlier. Notably, no infestation pit yet. Dark is effectively all in on Hydra Ling Bane. It is a composition that could end the game, but it's also risky to stay on it too long, because if Clem's able to stabilize, well, his army's just going to be better. Well, speaking of that better army, well, there's almost nothing back at home. Clem has 30-40 supply out on the map and drops. He's got another 20 supply in production, which leaves him with nothing at the 3rd. The SCVs will be slaughtered, but Dark is going to lose his 4th base simultaneously. Another 50 Zerglings in production. Dark has a 2-upgrade advantage right now. If he's able to pick a heads-up fight, he should be able to win it. The Hydra is dead in a very awkward position here. Could be targeted down, will be. Not really something you expect to be able to snipe off, but Dark just kind of plopped that Hydra Den down right in the front, which I guess is better than losing drones, but not by particularly much. Dark, still refusing. I don't know if refusing is the right word, but doesn't have an infestation pit. And Clem is now up 114 to 89 army supply. About to finish 2-2. He's got all the advantages here. Besides the, well, besides the ability to actually just walk across the map and kill him. Dark does seem to always have something to strike back. But still, I don't know if Dark realizes he lost the Hydra Den. This is another, like, did he realize and not care? Or did he just not notice? But pretty soon, he should be looking to build some Hydras and wondering why that isn't quite working out for him. Burrow on the way. Still a conspicuous lack of the infestation pit, slowing things down here. Clem is maxed out. Dark, pretty far off it. Another round of Banelings. Burrowed Banes could. It might be a Burrowed Bane challenge. Ah. 3-3 on the way as Clem has now surpassed Dark's upgrades. Medevacs heading north. Some of the Marines kind of wandering by. Bit of a sloppy move, Clem. Didn't realize they weren't in the medevac there. Dark is nearly maxed out. A big counterattack. Is there enough to defend? The Banelings are rolling in. The Zerglings trying to hold things in position. The Widowmine's being drawn out onto the Marines. Are there enough Banes to finish the job? A couple more Banes are rolling in. A whole new slew of Zerglings. Many of them coming from the third base. And Dark is able to hold the line. And maybe even kill the Orbital with this heroic Hydra. I doubt it. But Clem does have another base as well. Drop in the main. Spore Crawler targeted down. Medevac taken out. Zerglings ripping the Marines to shreds. But he will spot the lair. Notably a lair. Not a hive. So there are still 13 Hydras on the field. He's only lost 6 of them. Oh my. Widow Mines. Dealing with a chunk of the Lingbane. There's still some drops on the field. The Banelings just rolling in. Widowmine will take out most of the rest. Marines standing their ground. But again, Clem is forced to give up his base. He's committed so much on the other side of the map. The drop is just eviscerating the third. But Dark is... What is going on? Are we base trading? The Overlord Graveyard. Popping up like an entire bushel of overripe tomatoes here. And I don't know if that was a bait mine or he just rolled in. But Dark is somewhat supply blocked, whereas Clem at similar supply, but still can refill it. His production is being killed right now. Like, he can't build more units without barracks. He's coming back as he realizes at some point he's going to want to build more units. Dark, with like a haphazard base trade. I feel like Clem is too used to playing against Cyril now. Because this was a high-risk and medium-reward play out of Dark. Base trading a Terran, but somehow he's coming out on top of it. And base trading when you have burrowed Banes. Oh my, I think Clem saw it. Does he even have any orbitals landed? He's only got 2 orbitals left. He's only got 1 orbitals left. And where is it? It just landed. He scanned somehow Dark's burrowed Banelings. I don't know, how does he do this? Another set of burrowed Banes. He saw it. It's a force field. He doesn't know how close it is to the ramp, so he can't go up. There's no more scans. The main base, he's being force fielded by the burrowed Banes. And Dark still has enough units here. How is this? What is this? What is going on here? Oh, but more Zerglings at the natural, targeting down the Banelings. Oh, the Widowmines aren't enough. Looking for more, holding. Oh my god. Well, 3-3 Marines and Medevacs. Banelings target practice. Dark. Oh. I think Clem realized it didn't even finish burrowing. Wow. Well, Clem has 23 Marines and 11 Medevacs, which... if he stays in the Medevacs, it's going to be hard for the Marines to get hit by burrowed Banes. Oh my god. Sends out a single drop. Finally, Dark deems it time to get an infestation pit now that he's down to 50 drones after essentially resetting Clem to the beginning of his production. Feel like Dark maybe missed an opportunity to take advantage of the situation a little bit more than that, but Clem with 3-3 Marines. Well, literally just... he's got 2 Widow Mines now. He's rebuilt some of the barracks at his third. His production is lackluster, but he's lacking in economy, so... And the Zerglings come in again! A significant percentage of all the SCVs. Wow, they take a while to die. Got +3 armor. Very noticeable. 6 more SCVs down. Dark throwing some infestors on. He now realizes, or has deemed it time to rebuild the Hydralisk Den. After, like, 7 minutes. 10 more drones on the way, but Dark is ahead by 40 supply. Clem is nowhere close to getting anything like Ghosts. He still does have 3-3 Marines. I was gonna say Marine Marauder, but just Marines. A fungal into the main will really help out. Maybe enough to even kill the medevacs there, but again, a counterattack. Clem keeps trying to multitask, whereas Dark is undercutting him. But a huge group of Marines up to the north side. Those Hydras are not going to be enough. Yeah, he just stutter steps forward and takes them down. Oh, but that one Hydra gets the medevac. The one left alive. Maybe 2 Marine shots from death. Dark, though, up to a 50 supply lead. He's kind of... this feels like one of those games where Dark has dragged Clem down to his level and beat him with experience. Clem over here trying to do triple prong multitasking, whereas Dark just went for the twist, all right. He's not trying to box him right here. He's going for the sucker punch. And so far, well, there's not too many things more of a sucker punch than Baneling Mines. Especially when you... I love the burrowing them in his face. Because if he doesn't see them, they don't work very well as a force field, right? I think the point being, though, there's only one orbital command on the map. So somehow Dark has dragged this into a scenario where Baneling Mines are a viable main army component, as opposed to a thought and a prayer. And now finally getting the Hive. Unfortunately, the Baneling Mines can't lock on and target from several range away while remaining burrowed, which does make them have some weakness. But... big hit. But then, the Widow Mines strike back. Oh my god, can we get out of this camera angle, though? Kind of blows my mind every time we switch it like that, though. 10 SCVs down. Banelings rolled in. Some of them survived. Another drop to the north side. Clem is not learning his lesson. Clem just keeps defaulting to the Marines and the medevacs and the multitasking, whereas Dark, he's going to hit everywhere you're not. He doesn't want to kill your army. He will sacrifice his economy for yours. Will it work? Sometimes. Will it be entertaining? Definitely. Did he actively try to do it? Or did we just kind of happen in this scenario because of his almost completely chaotic and unplanned playstyle? I refuse to comment on that. But at the end of the day, somehow both players have survived. Get him. Oh, well. I don't know what he's going to do with those. Here come the Marines and Mines yet again, but Clem has rebuilt, and he still has 3-3 Marines. The Widow Mines are hitting the medevacs. Oh, again, doing terrible, terrible damage to the Terran army. I'm not sure the Widow Mines have been... I think they've been a net positive, but not by very much in this game. They are quite good at doing splash damage to a large area. And that very much includes the Terran army. 3-3 now on the way. Choosing... Oh, he's got to have lurkers, right? He's got 4 lurkers, building 4 more. Infestor lurker. Dark revealed some of the infestors earlier, but this will be the true unboxing here of his late game strategy. Another drop. The queens politely yet firmly ask it to leave. There's still Bane mines scattered out throughout the map. Is that even a Bane? Is that an infester? No, it's just a Zerg. Impossible to tell. Unless you look at it, but... Adaptive Talons on the way. Oh, well, it's done. He's got lurker range. A Cyclone. I'm convinced it's a misclick. All right. I forgot. I haven't asked Clem yet whether or not it's a grid hotkey issue. Oh, the lurkers. The Bane mines that he waited for. Totally planned. 100%. No problem, bro. He waited for his moment. But there are liberators here, so... Riddle mine. Eaten by the Overseer. There's a lot of infestors. Yeah, this is not something you deal with without ghosts. Even liberators are not going to be enough. Viper's on the way. Dark just goes around. He just, like, Clem! Clem, how many times do we have to teach you this, young man? All right? He doesn't want to fight you. He wants to kill all your workers. And drag you into a fight. You almost... Oh, no. There are two orbitals, and they're both in the air right now. He can't scan. He cannot scan the Liberators. Now, Dark doesn't know for sure those are the only two orbitals, but that makes this an impossible fight for Clem here. He's trying to land his orbitals in order to deal with the lurkers. But Dark has successfully dragged Clem into this late game scenario, and he is pummeling him with experience. A Widow Mine helping to take out the army. Lurker working on one of the only two orbitals. Clem trying to put together a more conventional siege push, but there's a single scan. The Viper, oh, parasitic bomb before it gets obliterated by a Widow Mine. And GG! Dark takes it! Just rips it out of his hands and slices it to pieces in front of him with all the lurker spines. Wow, what a mess. Oh, Clem. I feel like Clem was just in default mode there. That's too much. He had too much Cyril. Okay, that's... Gotta be careful with how many times you play Cyril. Dark. Ooh. Almost lackadaisical game. But entertaining nonetheless, of course. I don't know. A hive... Like, it feels like one of those where Dark's like... I guess I'll get a hive. Fine. Like... Like, it's just a hive. It's not like I'm asking you to wake up at 7 a.m. 4 days in a row. Or stay... I don't... Either way, gamer hours, but... I'm trying to come up with something that would be difficult for gamers. Touching grass. Either way. He seemed to really want to just play it out on Hydraling Bane. Of course, Clem also stuck on the Marines, the Mines, and the Medevacs. But the Marines, the Mines, and the Medevacs, especially in Clem's hands, will handle the Hydraling Bane. You have the upgrades with 3-3 that you're able to get. Clem, with an upgrade disadvantage, is dangerous. With an upgrade advantage, is unstoppable. Which is why Dark didn't try to stop him. He just went around. Okay. Take the Sharpie and draw a circle around the base. Sun Tzu, I'm sure, had something to say about that. When Terran Imba, avoid fight. I don't know what to think about that game. I feel like Clem was playing great, but it was just, he was playing the wrong game. Dark, on the other hand, was chilling. 3cc right off the bat here. Not bothering with any sort of... Yeah, they had really the tone was set by the Reapers. Where Clem did his fancy footwork, well, metaphorical footwork with the Reapers. and ended up killing a queen or two, getting close to another, but lost most of the Reapers because Dark just held down the Z key until he had enough Zerglings to make sure those Reapers were not getting out. It was not really a conservative amount. It was almost, even though he killed the Reapers, it was almost too many legs because it cuts so far into your economy early. Wow. I thought he would go for it. Not this time. But, what? Zergling speed? Normal Zergling speed timing, right around 335, 340. A lair? What is this about? What are we doing now? There's no bay nest. Is it just a nidus? He doesn't have any evos. He doesn't have any additional gas. He's building 2 more queens at a time. Those overlords. Well, that overlord to the very north side seems very suspicious. Now that we look at what else is going on here. This is just a casual nidus. Yep. Slaps it down. There are cloaked banshees on the way, which is certainly a strong choice in general, but specifically against this. If he doesn't happen to have an overseer right off the bat, of course, if you're caught on the opposite side of the map, it could also be disastrous. So, a lot of things can go wrong before they go right. Has Clem learned his lesson? He's got Marines in the corner. Though somewhat awkwardly here. Let's go to the Clem action cam. Oh, he sees it. He pulled SCVs before even looking at it. He saw it on the mini-map and pulled SCVs. Taking it very seriously and still only gets it by like half a second before the queens can pop out and start transfusing. What? Dark! God, Dark! Oh my god. There's GG's. Okay. I mean, is it... Easy come, easy go. Huh. Well, game 3, here we go. I'm gonna give Dark a yellow card on that one. I feel like, even though it didn't work out, you gotta at least like throw another one out there, like out near the 3rd or something. All right, I'm not here to angry coach. All right, just mildly disgruntled coach. Not even coach, just, you know, YouTube commenter pretty much. I'm just the loudest YouTube commenter on these videos. Sometimes it feels like that. Like, sometimes there's a series where clearly neither player is as invested. If this was I Am Katowice, $400,000 on the line, I think it is much more likely Dark plays that game out. But guess what? The ESL NA Cup, not so much. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with those little ghosts over there, but keep them in there. Don't want them out. All right, 1-1. Just like that. Cloak Banshee, and that is why, one of the reasons why Cloak Banshee has been the staple of Terran versus Zerg for over 13 years, is, aside from Queens, and that's a big aside, but aside from Queens, the anti-air isn't there. The Banshees are solid DPS, and of course maneuverability. So it is probably the safest and most attainable choice in that early game. All right, the Reaper, it got a Zergling kill. It's over. Dark. Oh, Overlord on the pervert pillar. Well placed, well placed. I am getting a little bit of whiplash, though. I hope you'll forgive me here. After watching Clem versus Cyril and like Raynor's Protoss versus like these are, I mean, Clem is playing top notch. Dark plays however he wants. It's been it only takes a week to forget who Dark is. But it only takes a moment to remember. That was supposed to be a lot more profound than it was. Just assume I said something very profound and then like and subscribe. When you've seen the light for so long, you forget the taste of darkness. Sure. We'll edit that out. Jim, edit it out. What do you mean we don't have a post? Reaper. Dancing and prancing. And... oh, Viking first. Feeling a little safer here. We'll see what he follows it up with. Oftentimes a Liberator is your next choice, because Liberator doesn't even need a fancy tech lab. Possibly a medevac. Possibly just an add-on to switch over to the barracks. I'm really nailing all the options there. Liberator it is. Lairs on the way. Pretty early on here for Dark, but oh, 2 more gases. So it's not going to be Nidus. Or at least not the same flavor. 5 OVs on the way. I think even more than that, actually. Double ND back. Is this a Spire? Dark just rolled, got his magic 8-ball out, and he's like, Mortars! Otherwise, why do you have 200 gas, a layer done, already? It's gotta be a Spire, right? Doesn't have any Evo chambers. We gotta deal with the Hellions. So this is problematic. He doesn't have any counter. Well, he's gonna go all the way up to the high ground. Now there's 8 Hellions or so in the main base. He's just killing the queen. Brenda, why isn't there creep up to the main? God damn it! How many times? Oh, that's sorry. I blacked out for a sec. Wow, 8 drones and Clem drive-by flaming. This is buying so much. He's just gonna almost kills another queen. Looking for the low ground. I think he might have had an opportunity there. Honestly, 8 drones feels like a lot less damage than it could have dealt. And I mean, I also got a queen and a bunch of Zerglings, but I feel like some opportunities were missed there. Or maybe was just feeling generous. I think he just was toying with him a bit. The Hellions getting in. That's not supposed to happen, by the way. Terran players are supposed to, 1 out of about every 20 games, send in the Hellions. Assume, like just gambling that you don't have anything. Dark, what are you doing? Is he... 700 gas? Dark! But you gotta keep them guessing. They might send in the Hellions, so you have to build the Lings. Because that one time you don't build the Lings, they might send in the Hellions, and you lose a bunch of drones. But Clem not quite able to take advantage of that. Though, still quite a hit to Dark. Having less workers than the Terran is obviously not great. But he's certainly not out of this yet. Infestation pit on the way. He's just gonna throw some infestors in the production tab. Hydralisk den, 3 hatcheries. Three hatcheries. Why not? Alright, we got 1 in the main, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. Got it all covered. Clem hits the stims. Goes for the north side. They'll expect some of us in the wreckage, fellas. Those Marines got left behind, but for the most part, Clem picks up and gets out. Up now, 25 supply. He's got 2-2 on the way. Almost every advantage is in favor of the Frenchman right now. As he's just set it up. Oh, fungal. Queen Infestor. Oh my. Actually doing a great job of shutting that down. Another drop coming in. Alright, these are not going to do it. Are there some Widow Mines in there? Indeed there are. A dozen Hydras on the way now. Alongside the Hive. So, Dark. All over the place this series. He built so many macro hatches partially because he just sends all his queens to fight pretty much every time. He's got every queen on the field down here to help deal with the drops, but that's just too many Marines. Oh, Hydras are out. Don't want to be losing them too early. Transfuses. Not sure how much energy is on those Infestors. Not enough for a fungal. Widow Mines take it out, at least one of them. Overseer on the way. Dark has so much money in the bank. He doesn't have enough larva to spend it. Just build more queens. Overlord speed. Clem. I'm getting more and more convinced Clem is he's defaulting to Plague versus Cyril. Because right now, Clem has the army. He's about to have the 2-2 advantage. He just started a Ghost Academy, so there's no reason to not move out on the map with the vast majority of your units. Now, of course, Dark has punished him for that, but you can't run around on Elkioni here in nearly the same way you can on Site Delta. This is a very hard map to actually execute a counterattack like that against someone who's paying attention, especially because of that watchtower down the center. So here comes Clem. Dark is pretty close to maxed out. He throws out a fungal. It's a nice one, and that means the Widow Mines are going to get a wombo combo and knock out most of the Marines. So Clem holding that position on the alternative 4th base to the north side. He's going to be beaten back to the watchtower. Dark using his own army against him. Looks like ghosts are in order. He's not going to be able to kill Dark with these conventional units, or at least, oh well. Those are 2-2 Marines versus 1-1 Zerglings. You're going to need something near a full surround in order to take those down. Parasitic Bomb. They're not going to make it. Dark's going to make sure of it. Down go the medevacs with all hands. Another big loss. And another round of Lings and Banes. Center of the map here. Banelings rolling in the front side. Adrenal Glands is on the way. Banelings rolling in. Widow Mines drawn out. Not finding the hits. And Dark is settling in here. No Lurker Den, but he's got triple upgrades. Dark, when he commits to something, he commits to something. Triple Evo. He's got 2-2 and +1 ranged attack here. No other tech so far. Sticking with those handful of Vipers and Infestors. Is there still a Widow Mine out there? No, that's a Changeling. But more command centers on the way for Clem. Dark is starting to bank some money. Fusion Core. Unfortunately, incredibly likely for advanced ballistics. Maxed out on both sides. Clem with the Marines, the stimming away into the medevacs, and heads on out. Ghost heading up the center here. Oh, get over here! Oh, pulls a bit, knocks him down. 2 full medevacs again. Clem has lost a lot of supply, still inside the medevacs. This game and this series. EMPs, not gonna find it. Widow Mine slamming into the ghosts. And while the EMPs are good, those Widow Mines helping out a lot as well. 3-3 is about to complete for Clem. Alright, interesting EMP there. Cleans up another mine. Drawing out some hits. And Dark on cleanup duty here. Clem. He's heading right on back. A bunch of Zerglings running forward. Drawing out the mine hits. Doing a great job of it. Clem's mine's gonna get cleared off the field. The Ghost will try to get some snipes up, but that's a lot of Hydraling Bane. He's got 16 Hydras, of which he's lost 0 so far, including that one he transfused earlier. EMP is a little bit late to the party, but they do hit the Infestors before they can really find too many connections. More Liberators, but... oh, Parasitic Bomb. Now finally some Hydras go down to the Liberators. Another Parasitic Bomb on the back line. Liberators taken down by the Hydras. Widow Mines thin out the Banelings. And Dark fighting into the jaws of the Terran. Will find them a little too tough to handle Clem's Concave. And his firepower behind that wall and those defenses. Just not gonna cut it. It's just not enough Hydras. Widow Mines take a bunch more Zerglings on the way out. And while Clem's actually had a tough time of making progress, I think Dark just handed him kind of an unforced victory. Dark, he had a lot of units, but they were all conventional ones. After the EMPs landed, without any Infestors, that's usually when you see Ultras or Lurkers maybe, to close things out. As Hydraling Bane, clearly not finding success. And now there's the breadcrumbs. He's actually hold-positioned his units to make sure that they maintain a certain spread. Bit of a ham-fisted way to do it, but better than losing them all to Banelings and Lurkers, or Infestors. Just a single Marauder or two, waiting for the army, trying to wait to draw it in so he can micro against it. The splits at the front. Trying to fight a war of attrition. I think so far succeeding as Clem. Another Fungal, but catches the vast majority of the Lurkers, but the Widow Mines connect. Oh, over the top. He's gonna get... oh, he killed the Overseers. Oh, no. Another Infestor goes down. Yanks in the Liberator. Widow Mines starting to really add up here. There's not enough energy on the Vipers for anything meaningful. There's one more Fungal. Throws it at the back. Only one more Ghost left over. Vipers have to move back. Take a medevac with them. Down it goes. The obligatory... ah, yes, Cletus the Accidental Cyclone. Adding to the field here. 5 Liberators at a time. And Dark has not found the success on Clem's side of the map. Despite holding the line, he has not won any fights past the halfway mark. Alright, he's playing goal line defense right now. And that is not what translates into enough points on the board to take a victory. He needs to change the equation here somehow. But there's no other tech on the way. He doesn't have a Lurker Den. He doesn't have an Ultralisk Cavern. He's got Hydras. He's got Zerglings. He's got Banelings. I could list off a few other things, but you got the gist of it. And now, with advanced ballistics Liberators to contend with, Dark may be forced to build a Spire, despite clearly not being very interested in doing it himself. Another advanced... oh my god, it's in the trees. I didn't even spot it for a second. Blends in so well. I need camouflage Liberators. There are 15 Hydras on the field, but the Liberators are taking big bites here. Baneling's finding huge connections, but the Liberators are stalling out the Hydras. Well, the Ghosts, once again, there's no detection. The Ghosts actually, a couple run out of energy right there. Will turn on them, but still one Ghost. Maintaining that detection is... well, no Spire at all. Looks like the Vipers abducted the Liberators from the right flank. That GG timing. Dark! Dark, we got it. Dark. He assesses the situation. He's like, I would rather leave this entire tournament than build a Spire. And it's clearly trending in a certain direction, but Clem with a pretty decisive victory when everything's said and done. Dark doing dark-related activities definitely drew out game one into a surprisingly scrappy victory for Dark. But Clem, honestly, it looks like he's playing at a different speed than everyone else. Only Cyril has matched him recently. He firing on all cylinders and then some. Still, I think a pretty entertaining series, though a much more ham-fisted one than we're used to. Either way, let's stop making weird analogies and move on with the selling out. If you got the means of motivation, be awesome to check out Patreon or YouTube membership as well. I do appreciate it, but I heard liking and subscribing is free, so there's always that. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure autoplay is on the right video. That's actually a big deal. YouTube promotes that. You didn't hear it from me. Don't tell Loco. Thank you for watching. I hope I made your day a little bit better. I'll see you next time. Good luck. Have fun. Stay tuned.